Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another The Way I See It with your favorite bearded man, Bobbbaaaay. This week I wanted to talk to you guys about the benefits of driving Uber and how it's allowed me to chase my passion and chase my dreams, all the while still being able to pay my bills. I think there are tons of benefits to driving Uber. They are not paying me to say this. I'm trying to help and spread the knowledge of why it might help you. First off, it allows you to work on your own time. How amazing is that? I choose when I want to work, as much as I want to work, and there is no limits, there's no maximums, there's no fees, there's no minimums. I could go 3 months and not drive once, and there's nobody calling me from Uber. They might try to send me an email saying, hey, Bobbbaaaay, we need you to get back on the road since you are the best in the business. But in reality, that's it. There's nothing that I need to do in order to maintain that relationship with Uber. So it gives you the ability to work when you want, as much as you want. That's huge. If you're an actor, if you're a podcaster, if you're trying to start up your own business, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It allows you to prioritize and get the things done that you need to get done. And when opportunities pop up like that, just because that's kind of how the way the world works and you don't necessarily know what's going to come today, maybe the biggest opportunity of your life, you can jump on that opportunity as long as you have discipline and you're working the off hours when you're not actually doing these opportunities. So the big thing, it allows you to work on your own time, which has been huge for me. I've been able to build my podcast up and work around the schedule of the people that I'm bringing on to my show in order to make sure that they're giving me their time of day. I want to make it best fit their schedule. Uber has been huge. I've lost track of the days of the week just based on waking up every day knowing that it is on me to work on my own time as much as I want, as little as I want, and really maximize the 24 hours in a day that we're given. Make enough money to pay the bills. Okay, this is a big question. It's always about how do you make money? How much money do you make driving Uber? And that's completely on you. It can go a lot of different ways. I strategically work the afternoons because I like using the mornings to get my business done, to make these great videos, and then use the rest of the afternoons to work. So by the time I get into my car, I know this is all I'm doing for the rest of the day. When I get home, I go to sleep and my mind can pretty much drive at ease instead of getting anxious and knowing I need to get home to make a video or do a podcast. I leave that for the second half of my day. But on average, I'd say you probably make anywhere between $20 to $25 an hour on average, okay? Now you have to factor in, you have to pay your own taxes, you have to pay your own gases, car expenses, car insurance, and all that. But if you do the math out and you work 40, 50 hours a week and you're working those peak hour times, you can make a good chunk of change. I know Uber does this guaranteed rate sometimes where there's a couple different things. During busy hours, commuter hours, 7 to 9 a.m., maybe 5 to 7 p.m., they'll give you an extra $3 per every trip that you do. They also do bonuses Monday through Thursday. Depending on the week, it changes. If you do 60 rides, they'll give you a $100 bonus. And then Friday through Sunday, they'll give you a $90 bonus if you do 55 rides. Now it sounds like a lot of rides, but when you factor in, working an 8-hour day, driving around, that kind of accumulates pretty quickly. Uber strategically makes sure that there's incentives to get you, the driver, to drive more and want to make more money. And that's why it's benefited me. There also is surge pricing. So if you're working like your Friday and Saturday nights, there's a chance you're gonna make more money because everybody needs a ride. If you're willing to work those hours, you'll get 2x the rate, 3x the rate. You can make a lot of money in a night. I mean, if you work it right and timing is right, there's been days where I've seen people who make $200, $300, $400 in a 8 to 9 hour span. And don't get me wrong, that doesn't happen every time. So don't think that's gonna happen for you off the bat. But once you get to know your city, you kind of pay attention to the rates and when's the busiest hours. And if you have the discipline and you tell yourself, I'm gonna work those busy hours, it'll pay off. If you're chasing a passion, if you're chasing something bigger, that's the key. Discipline is remembering what you want at every moment. Be willing to work those Friday and Saturday nights, grinding, putting money in your pocket instead of going out and making bad decisions, okay? It's a little bit of pick and choose when you go out and have fun with your friends and when you gotta work. I get it. Sacrifices have to be made. I make sacrifices all the time in order to make these videos, in order to put out podcasts and all these other content. I'll tell you right now, I am so grateful and thankful for Uber because just being able to make enough money to pay my bills, college loans, rent, car insurance, car expense, all that stuff, and be able to save some money, I'm able to keep doing this thing. Next thing is you get to network with people in your city. How great is that? You get paid to drive around people in your city and you have no idea who these people are, okay? You could be that Uber driver who just listens to music, puts on their headphones and listens to podcasts, or you could be that person looks at it as an opportunity to meet somebody, okay? You're already getting paid. You're driving this person from A to B. They're gonna be sitting in your car. If they're willing to have a conversation, why not? See who they are, see what they do, what's their story. That's one thing that I really take interest in, of course, is because I have a podcast, so I'm interested in storytelling. But I always ask my riders questions. Where are you from? You know, what are you doing in LA? How long have you been here? What do you do? Okay? Not so much because I'm looking for a favor, but maybe I can just build awareness about Purpose in the Youth podcast, or I can build awareness about who I am and what I'm doing. You never know who you can meet in that Uber, and I try to look at it as like every rider that gets in my car is like a fortune cookie. There's a gem inside them. I just have to figure out what it is. And I try to have these little conversations. It's not going to be every single ride. It's not every single ride I'm going to get somebody in my car. We're going to connect, exchange numbers, and that's it. All it takes is one ride a week, or maybe once every month. That one ride that could make a entire difference in your life. I've got a podcast guest recently just from an Uber ride. So I try to look at as every person as an opportunity to build with, and I just ask questions. I see what their story is. Everybody loves to talk, so it's a great way to network with the people in your city. But on top of all that, with these people coming into your car, it works on your communication skills. I've always been a people's person, but until I started driving Uber, I really like this stuff to another level. You're interacting with different people from different culture backgrounds that are in the city because they live there, they were born there, they are on vacation, they're there for business. You learn how to communicate with people. And if I've learned anything in this game of life, that is how you get things done. That is how you take whatever you want to do and you make it happen, okay? I know it's not what you know, it's who you know. That's very true. If you learn how to communicate with people and you can show empathy for where people come from and what their story is, I almost guarantee you that when the time is right, somebody's gonna throw you that ball and you're gonna catch it and go. So your communication skills will highly improve if you're willing to step out of your comfort zone and say hello. Get to know your city. How great is that? I just moved to LA. I had no idea what this city was like. And then I started driving Uber and I started to get to know the entire area. Little nervous at first, driving down the 405, the 101, traffic backed up all the way. But you get to know your city, okay? Even when I was living in Boston, I saw so much of that city. Some people won't even see in 10 years. You're driving around all over parts. I pick somebody up in downtown. They want to go 20 minutes west. Pick somebody out west. They want to go north. Have you going all over the city. You get to see everything. And you get to check out areas that maybe you wouldn't just check out on a regular day. And then maybe you find spots that you're like, I want to revisit there. I want to revisit there. I want to try that restaurant out they were just telling me about. They're going to this bar tonight. That's a bar I want to check out some weekend. And what's also great is that with the Uber platform, it allows you, depending on your city, LA is 2 times a day. Boston, I think, was 6. You get to set a destination of where you're trying to go. So if you're trying to go somewhere in the city for business reasons or for opportunities, if you plan out ahead of time, you could technically get paid to drive there because Uber will send you rides to that destination. Pretty amazing stuff. I use it here and there, and if I give myself enough time, I could literally get paid to drive there. So make some money and be able to jump on a huge opportunity. It's absolutely amazing. If you guys want to check out a funny video, I guess you could think it's funny, or you could think I'm absolutely nuts, just on like how people can get 5 stars with Uber, check out the video in the description. It's one of my other series called Brain Food. The video is just a rant talking about how to get 5 stars. It might benefit you just to kind of know what to expect when getting onto the platform, but I think you'll get to figure it out as time goes. It's a little tricky at first. You don't know what you're doing, but you will learn as time goes. If you are planning on to sign up with Uber, you could use my promo code NRVT8. Uber runs promotions all the time, and essentially if a driver refers somebody else to drive, both of which will get some type of bonus. It varies from month to month, so I can't say exactly what that bonus will be if you signed up. I will tell you that in the past, when I was living in Boston, for instance, my buddy signed up. You have to drive X amount of rides within the first 30 days, and it's very reasonable, but I ended up getting a $600 bonus and my buddy ended up getting a $400 bonus. Can't say that is the case every time. They're always changing it, and I don't want to say that's what you'll get and that's what I'll get, but I will say there's maybe nothing to lose. If there's any questions you guys have directly, drop a comment below. I'd love to fill this video up with just a bunch of feed of Q&As. I've been driving for Uber almost 3 years now, which is crazy to think. I was a junior in college and just signed up just to make some extra side money, and and now I'm here today still doing it. If there is somebody watching and you have a completely different question, a video that you'd like me to, like a how-to slash or the benefits of doing one thing or another, or social media, or anything that you see me putting out, just drop a comment below and I'll check that out, possibly make it for down the future. With regards to the benefits of driving Uber, take it for what it is. That's just the way I see it. We'll catch you guys next time. It's your man, Bobbbaaaay. See ya.